It's the middle of the week, my fellow brawlers, and that means part 3 of my collection review series. I'm BakuBrad96, and this time I'll be taking a look at the Ultra and Core Bakugan of Geogan Rising in my collection. There are a good many to go through, so I will try to go a little quicker than the past videos. That being said, tomorrow I will be taking a look at all of the Geogan in my collection, as well as Geoforged Dragonoid and Ultimate Vilock. I felt that they were more deserving of a Geogan-centric video, so that is why they will be reviewed tomorrow. But I just wanted to start the video off with them in case anyone was wondering why I haven't got to them sooner. So, moving them on aside, we will dive right in, because like I said, there is a lot to go through. So we're going to start off with not only my favorite faction, Darkus, but an elemental at that, and that is Crestilian. So it is a double magic shield core, B power of 600 and 2 damage. So we do have the elemental character card here looking very nice. I really do like the design they did for the elemental cards, but we're not here for the card, we are here for the Bakugan themselves. So popping off camera, here we have the elemental Crestilian. All that really nice translucent black plastic and the shadowy paint or print. Very cool, I've said it before. Definitely one of my favorite of the Darkus Bakugan. That being said, I do have, also popping it off camera here, hold on, sorry everyone, a regular Crestilian. So this is the regular Darkus core. Next up is Demork Ultra, double green fist for a B power of 704 damage. Also, another Darkus Bakugan that I have the elemental and regular ultra of. So we will look at the awesome elemental first. Here it is, with the translucent purple and the black. Very nice, the chest being painted the shadowy color. Again, definitely one of my favorites. I love Darkus, and I love the Darkus elementals so much. Oh, here we have the regular Darkus Demork Ultra. Quite a bit different than the elemental. Moving along is Darkus Rascal. Has a orange shield and a green fist core, B power of 703 damage. I actually have the diamond and the regular core Rascal for Darkus, so we have the diamond first, looking very nice with those green eyes, very noticeable, and painted well at that. See if I can't get it to stand up, but probably won't. Ah, there we go. And then we have the regular Darkus Rascal. Then Darkus Finica, orange shield and a flaming fist, B power of 300, 5 damage, and if it lands on a flaming fist, it gets plus 500 B power. There we have Darkus Core Finica. I still don't have the Ultra yet, but I hope to get it soon. Next up is Sharktar, double helix core, a B power of 500 and 5 damage. There is Sharktar. Well, I guess I kind of fibbed. I am reviewing Vilock, but only because I have 2 Darkus Vilocks. So it is a Flaming Fist and a Green Fist core, B power of 800 and 2 damage. I did have to get 2 because this Vilock was, well, it is a little messed up. I definitely need to put a rubber band around it and get it to close better. But at least for the showcase of my collection, you can all see, here is the Vilock. And just to prove that I have 2, here's the one on the model. So yeah, definitely couldn't roll it with the head sticking out like it did. Was not good. Moving along, Darkus Dragonoid, orange shield and a helix core, B power of 600, 3 damage, and then Victor, scan ability. Not bad at all. I did showcase it in my Dragonoid deck profile. Not one of the most liked videos I had, but I did enjoy making it nonetheless. Dragonoid does have little mandible arms there, manual, you can pull them out. Bluch, kind of slaughtered trying to say that, didn't I? Then Nelius Ultra himself, double orange shield, B power of 500, 3 damage, built-in reroll, and if it lands on an orange shield, it gets plus 7 damage. Definitely for a damage deck, no doubt. Most of the Neliuses are. But here's the Geogan Rising Nelius. 3 heads, of course. Very nice. Then we have the Darkus Burb, Falcron Ultra, double green fist, B power of 900, 1 damage, Shadow Strike, and if it lands on a green fist, it gets plus 4 damage, making good use of that Shadow Strike, in my opinion. And here is Falcron Ultra. Next up, I have Pensatar Ultra, Flaming Fist, and a orange shield. B power of 600 and 5 damage. Another one of my favorite Bakugan, purely because of design. I definitely like the designs of Bakugan more than probably the playability themselves, just because of how cool they are, how they fold out, how they close and fold. But there's Darkus Pensatar. Geez, I've almost ran out of room with just my Darkus Bakugan alone. But next up is a Core Pensatar, a Magic Shield, and a Green Fist, B power of 100 and 7 damage. Core Pensatar does have quite a few manual parts, the legs, and a little back leg or tail piece right there. So there we have Darkus Pensatar. Next up, Darkus Ninjaton, double orange shield, B power of 600, 3 damage, and if it lands on an orange shield, it gets plus 500 B power. There we have Ninjaton all folded out. Very cool. The last Darkus Bakugan in my collection for now is Darkus Oxidox, double orange shield, B power of 200, 8 damage, and if it lands on an orange shield, it gets plus 600 B power. Another one of those designs that I really am fond of. Very cool, and all the detail in the molding on the side. Very nice. Now going into my Chaos Bakugan, I do have, and I think everyone knows, Finnica Ultra, of course the mascot of the channel, Lightning Voltex. So it has a orange shield and a green fist, B power of 800 and 2 damage. So I do have 3 different Finnicas, or Finnica Ultras for Chaos. So I do have the normal Ultra Chaos version. Following that, I was lucky enough to get the Diamond. By now I think everyone can tell I definitely like Finnica a lot. And then here we have, of course, the Elemental Finnica, Lightning Voltex itself. The kind of star of the channel, what kind of got it going, my beginning anyway. So certainly a special place in my heart for this Bakugan. We're just gonna kind of stack, yeah, perfect. But going on with the collection, I do have a Chaos Pensatar Ultra as well. Magic Shield and an Orange Shield, B power of 700 and 3 damage. And not only do I have the Ultra, but just like Darkus, I have the Core Pensatar, Magic Shield and a Flaming Fist, B power of 600 and 3 damage. Again, the same manual parts I'll go through quickly, feet and the little back tail foot piece. There we are. Moving along, Nelius, Magic Shield and a Green Fist, B power of 600 and 6 damage, with built-in reroll, so a very powerful Bakugan, no doubt. And there is Core Chaos Nelius. Sorry about all the clanging and banging, not sure what that is. But we have a Chaos Dragonoid Core, Double Green Fist, B power of 600, 4 damage, and Victor Scan. Here we have the Dragonoid. Following that is Chaos Sharktar, Double Orange Shield, B power of 200 and 6 damage. I do have quite a few baby sharks as well. And then the last Chaos Bakugan I have is unfortunately a mix-up and a packaging error. I do have the Core Farascal character card, Orange Shield, Helix Core, B power of 500, 1 damage, and if it lands on a Helix it gets plus 600 more B power, which is a very powerful Bakugan, definitely strong. But I didn't buy the Core Farascal, I bought the Ultra Farascal. So here's the Ultra Farascal toy or game piece. That does not match the character card, but hopefully I will be able to find the right pieces later on. For now, that is what I have. Going on into my Ventus Bakugan now. I do only have one Diamond Ventus Bakugan, and that being Diamond Harperion. So it is a Double Flame Fist Core, B power of 300, 6 damage, and Victor, it gets to scan. And a very cool diamond, all of that translucent plastic. But we're not just looking at one Bakugan, we are looking at all of them. Moving along, the next one we have Serpilius Ultra, Double Green Fist, B power of 600, 1 damage, and then if it lands on a Green Fist, it gets plus 600 more B power. I feel like a broken record, I keep saying this, but again, what an incredible design. It does have 2 manual feet that you can pop out. And then there we have Serpilius Ultra. Another amazing Bakugan design that I'm happy to have. Can't wait for that Darkus release, or at least I hope it releases in Darkus. Falcron Ultra, Magic Shield and a Flaming Fist, B power of 700 and 3 damage. Got another Falcon Burb. This one is Ventus, of course. And Farascal Ultra, Orange Shield and a Green Fist, B power of 500, 5 damage. Built-in reroll. If it lands on a Green Fist, it gets plus 500 B power. And if it lands on an Orange Shield, it gets plus 5 damage. A very versatile Bakugan, and that is why I like it, especially in Mono Ventus. Along with my Serpilius Ultra, it does pretty well. Next up, Pensator, Magic Shield and an Orange Shield, B power of 700, 1 damage, and if it lands on a Magic Shield, you get plus 4 damage. I won't bother going through the manual part, same as the others, the bottom 3 pieces, but there is Ventus Pensator. And then I have Ventus Finica, Orange Shield and a Green Fist, B power of 600 and 5 damage. Whoops, almost said Flaming Fist there, and that would have been wrong. But there is the Ventus Finica. Ventus Sharktar has a Helix Core and a Green Fist Core, B power of 600 and 4 damage. And that was my last Ventus Bakugan. So now we will be going into my Pyrus Bakugan, starting off with Dragonoid Ultra. So it is a Flaming Fist and a Green Fist Core, B power of 1000 and 2 damage. Just like the Finica, I do have 3 separate Dragonoid Ultras for Geogan Rising. So I do have the normal, regular one. the Diamond Dragonoid Ultra, and then certainly my favorite out of the three, the Elemental Dragonoid Ultra. But then I do have the Elemental Core Dragonoid, double magic shield, a B power of 600, 5 damage, and Victor scan. I'm surprised like almost all of the Dragonoids, or at least all of the Dragonoids I have that Victor scan ability, so it's very interesting. I can't speak for the Ventus and Aquos because I don't think I have those, but the others I'm pretty sure they all do. But here is Elemental Pyrus Dragonoid Core. Oh, do not drop your Bakugan, everyone. That was a blooper. Sorry about that. Was trying to show that it does have manual arms like the others. Next up is Pyrus Falcron Ultra, double green fist, B power of 600, 3 damage, and if it lands on a green fist, it gets plus 600 more B power. So we do have the Pyrus Bird as well as Darkus and Ventus. Oh, funny thing, I do have a core Pyrus Falcron as well as the Ultra. It is double Helix core, B power of 700 and 1 damage. So I do indeed have a baby bird in the collection along with all the big ones. Here is core Falcron. Taking a look now at Pyrus Crystallion, magic shield and a green fist, B power of 800 and 3 damage. And it does have a little manual horn here that I didn't say about the Darkus ones, and that's my bad for forgetting, but it does have a little manual horn. Here's the Pyrus Crystallion. Now, Pyrus Jetra, double orange shield, B power of 500, 4 damage, and if it lands on an orange shield, you get plus 400 more B power. Definitely a unique looking Bakugan to say the least, but I like it. You know, I think it's very unique, you know, jellyfish reminiscent, sea monster like, Leviathan, along those realms. Definitely like it a lot. Again, I got to get that Aquos Swarmer pack so I can get my Aquos Swarmer for Vilok and the Darkus Jetric, because I do believe a Darkus Jetric comes in that 5-pack or battle pack. But next up is Pyrus Finnica Ultra. Blech, sorry, tongue twister, and I don't even know why. So it has a orange shield and a flaming fist core, B power of 500 and 5 damage. There we have it. Kind of just piling everything up because I'm running out of space. But Tauronoid Ultra, double flaming fist, B power of 500, 5 damage again, same as Finnica, but this time Victor scan ability as well built in there, so very cool. And definitely a favorite of mine when building a flaming fist deck. As you all know, I have done a few deck lists with this awesome Bakugan. It does have manual feet, back feet there. Such a cool design. Oh, well, tried to lean it and failed, so there we go, perfect. Then finally, my last Pyrus Bakugan is Furascal. Magic shield and a orange shield, B power of 400, 4 damage, and if it lands on a magic shield, it gets plus 400 more B power. Not bad at all. Here is that Pyrus Furascal. Try to put it there with the others. Okay, so now we are going to take a look at my Aquos Bakugan. Starting out with Aquos Apophix Ultra, double magic shield, or Apophix, haha, I think I said it right that time. But double magic shield, B power of 500 and 6 damage. I do have 2 versions of this awesome Bakugan as well. I have the amazing Diamond, which I will fold out the manual parts, but I do want to fold out the manually on the regular first. So it has fin pieces that unfold like that, 2 little side fins that stick out, 2 fins on the top here that have little notches. I think you're supposed to. There we go. And that one kind of goes in more. And then on the head, it does have 2 more that you can stand out. And there we go. So that is the fully folded out Fofix. Stack it over. Oh, geez. Okay, so right there. And then it is the same for the diamond, of course. You have the 2 little feet, or fin pieces, not feet, fins. The sides, the top, and then the head. Definitely an amazing Bakugan. And one of my favorite designs, you know, just like the Pensitar. It's just one of those that's up there for me. So detailed and intricate, and right away you know exactly what it is. The same being for Sharktar Ultra. I think everyone knows when you see a Sharktar Ultra what it is. Magic Shield and a Green Fist core, B power of 800 and 2 damage. It does have built-in reroll, so an already strong Bakugan is built even stronger, because having reroll on a B power of 800 with a Magic Shield is just really stellar in my opinion. I certainly like it. But I do have the normal Ultra Sharktar, as well as the amazing shimmering sapphire diamond Sharktar, which I just added all that front stuff. It's just diamond Sharktar, but I was being a little comedic there. The sharks are not over. I had to say shark just a few more times because I do have the core Sharktar, Magic Shield, or not a Magic Shield, whoopsie, Orange Shield, and a Green Fist core. B power of 500, 6 damage, and then Victor, you get to draw a card. So if you win the brawl, you do get to draw a card afterwards. And my core Sharktar does happen to be the diamond. I did miss out. I never did find the elemental, but I was lucky and happy to find the diamond. Quite the pile up. I hope everything doesn't just start collapsing. Though we do have Krakenoid, so it is a Helix and Green Fist core, B power of 300, 4 damage, and if it lands on a Helix, it gets plus 500 more B power. Very reminiscent of Krakleos, and very nice at that. So we will go take a look at the Bakugan itself. Here we go. Definitely a little octopus lotus flower, the way it pops open, I think. Very cool. I hope we get more Krakenoids and more Krakleoses in the future. Definitely some re-releases are needed. So, Aquos Oxidox, it has a Magic Shield and a Green Fist core, B power of 700 and 3 damage. Already a strong Bakugan, but just like the Sharktar Ultra, they gave it built-in reroll. So Aquos is definitely a powerhouse in Geogan Rising, in my opinion. It seems like they're stacked with really good abilities and B power, and core lineup, because a lot of them have magic shields, and that being one of the strongest cores in the game, I definitely noticed. So there is Aquos Oxidox. Just slide it in place there. There we go. Now then, Furascal Ultra, double orange shield, B power of 800 and 2 damage. If I can get it to open. There we go. I feel like I have a ton of Furascal. Now looking at my collection, there is a bunch. I can do that better. So there we go. Yay! Just a random Furascal way up at top. But I do have the core Furascal to match the Aquos Ultra. This one is double Helix core, B power of 500, 3 damage, and if it lands on a Helix, it does get plus 3 Frost Strike. And there is the core Furascal. And the same for Finica. I do have Aquos Finica Ultra and the core. So the Ultra has a double Helix core lineup, B power of 200, 8 damage, and built-in reroll. So definitely a Bakugan that you want to utilize that plus 600 B power minus 3 Helix core with. The reroll is nice as well. And that one is, here we go. There is the Ultra Finica, Aquos Finica. The core Finica is double orange shield, B power of 400 and 5 damage. So significantly different, you know, they didn't make them similar at all. Completely different, but there's the core. Now then, everyone, it is time to review the final faction of Geogan Rising of my collection, that being, of course, Aurelus, because there is only 6 as of right now. So we will start off with my Diamond Aratoa. It is a magic shield and a helix core, B power of 703 damage. Go ahead and get him out now. I should probably get him out before I start talking, but here he is. Oh no, his head. Oh, I had him the wrong way. Whoops. You can tell I just got him, and I did just recently get him. I didn't even know which way he went. So there is, well, I should probably get the Spartillion out of my hand, but that's next. So here is Diamond Aratoa. A very translucent Bakugan. They didn't put a lot of normal plastic in that one at all. But next up is Spartillion. Double helix core, B power of 400, 7 damage, built-in reroll, which is nice. And if it lands on a helix, it gets plus 300 B power as well, which does help. I do have the Diamond Spartillion, which is really cool. But it does have a lot of the regular plastic, being the entire middle of the poor Bakugan. It is awesome, no matter what though, and very cool. Another Bakugan, I did miss out on the Elemental, and I have yet to find it. But there he is, very cool. Next up is Pensitar Ultra. Double Green Fist core, B power of 100, 5 damage, but if he lands on a Green Fist, he gets plus 1000 B power, making him a lot stronger alongside Bakugan like Darkus Falcron Ultra, Pyrus Falcron Ultra, even Serpilius Ultra. You know, any Green Fist strategy, Pensitar definitely benefits from. The actual figure-wise, though, I do have the regular Aurelus Pensitar. And the Diamond Pensitar, which is quite amazing, just like the Diamond Aratoa. You know, they kept a lot of it with the translucent plastic. The only piece painted for the Pensitar is the silver black, the silver piece for the back part, which is really cool. I was going to call it the tail, but I guess it's not the tail because the tail's right there. Then I do have Nelius, so it is a Helix and Orange Shield core, B power of 500, 2 damage. If it lands on a Helix, it gets plus 6 damage, and if it lands on an Orange Shield, it gets plus 600 B power. Again, another one of those Bakugan that are versatile. You can either put it in a damage strategy or a B power strategy, depending on the other Bakugan you want to use with it. But there is the core Aurelus Nelius. And Demark Ultra, Flaming Fist and a Helix core, B power of 500, 3 damage, and if it lands on a Flaming Fist, it gets plus 600 B power. I really like that. I did use him on my Pyrus Aurelus Flaming Fist deck alongside Tauranoid, because he really is cool, and it was a requested deck profile, which I like doing those as well. So here we have him in Aurelus. There you go. Alright. I should probably try to get some more of the Demark, because I know they were releasing a lot more factions other than Aurelus and Darkus, but with so many Bakugan released over the last few months, I've had a hard time picking which ones to get. So here we have a Dragonoid, double helix core, B power of 600, 6 damage, and the Victor scan ability, along with all the other Dragonoids. Like I said, here is it on this one as well. And there we are. So just different paint scheme, but the same good old core Dragonoid mold. I'll put some on this side. I feel like I'm stacking everything over here. You can kind of tell the difference. Alright then, second to last Bakugan, everyone, is Sharktar Ultra, Magic Shield and a Green Fist core, B power of 500, 2 damage, and if it lands on a magic shield, it gets plus 200 B power and plus 2 damage. Again, another very strong Bakugan, especially when utilizing a magic shield or a blue shield strategy. But here's the Aurelus Sharktar Ultra. And then finally, to wrap up this video, everyone, the last Bakugan of Geogan Rising that I have, excluding the combiner models and the actual Geogan, of course, is an Aurelus Core Sharktar. So double orange shield, B power of 800, and 1 damage. So we will go ahead and pop him open and take a look. Here he is. So ending the video with, yet again, another shark. Lots of sharks in the collection. Lots of sharks, a lot of Frascals, and a lot of Finicas, but that's just how my collection has went. Alright, kind of a longer video, but if you're still sticking around and still watching, thank you for doing so. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for the support. The channel is growing tremendously quickly, and I know I couldn't do it without all of you watching and without all of your support. So I just want to say, thank you, Bakugan community. You're all amazing, and I'm just continuing forward. I hope to be bringing you more unboxings and deck profiles shortly, but I did want to go ahead and share my collection with everyone this week and in this series. So with that being said, don't forget, tomorrow I will be taking a look at the Geoforge Dragonoid, Violet Combiner, and all of my Geogan in the collection. So stay tuned, and I will see you then. Remember, Bakugan, brawl.